If you're a landlord in NSW and you've served a termination notice, there is a high chance you have already made one of these three mistakes. And if you have, your eviction application can be dismissed at NCAT. That means you start again from zero, you lose more rent, and the tenant legally stays in the property. Let me explain the three biggest eviction mistakes that get rejected at NCAT. Evicting a tenant in NSW is not about being right. It is about being technically correct. NCAT does not overlook small errors. They do not fix your paperwork for you. If the notice is wrong, the application can be dismissed. Let's start with the first mistake. The first mistake is using the wrong notice period. In NSW, the number of days you must give depends on the situation. It depends on whether the tenant is behind in rent, whether the agreement is fixed term or periodic, whether it is a breach of agreement, or whether you are ending the tenancy at the end of a fixed term. Many landlords guess the number of days. Some copy an old notice. Some rely on advice from friends or online forums. If your notice period is even 1 day short, NCAT can dismiss your entire case. They will not adjust it. They will not reduce it. They will dismiss it. That means you must reserve the notice, wait again for the full notice period, and then reapply. If the tenant is not paying rent, that delay could cost you weeks of lost income. Always calculate the correct notice period carefully before serving. The second mistake is incorrect service of the notice. You might have the correct notice period, you might have the correct form, but if you serve it incorrectly, the notice can be invalid. Common examples include sending the notice by text message only, emailing it without proper written consent, placing it in the letterbox without keeping evidence, or failing to retain proof of postage. At NCAT, the member will ask one simple question: how was the notice served? If you cannot clearly prove service, your case can collapse. Always keep proper evidence. That could include registered post receipts, written consent to email service, signed acknowledgement, or documented confirmation of hand delivery. No proof of service means no eviction. The third mistake is using the wrong termination ground or filling out the form incorrectly. This happens more often than you think. Landlords sometimes select the wrong reason on the notice. They enter incorrect dates. They use outdated forms. Or they make small clerical mistakes. Even minor inconsistencies between the termination notice and the NCAT application can cause problems. NCAT looks at the paperwork carefully. If the termination date is wrong, if the ground is incorrect, or if the form is incomplete, the application can be dismissed. Once dismissed, you are back at the beginning. Another common mistake is applying to NCAT too early. If your notice says the tenant must vacate on a certain date, you must wait until that date has fully passed before lodging your application. Applying even 1 day early can result in dismissal. Timing matters. If your case is dismissed, you lose time, you lose filing fees, and you continue losing rent while the tenant remains in the property. Eviction in NSW is procedural. It is about following the correct steps in the correct order. Before serving any termination notice, make sure you confirm the correct legal ground. Calculate the exact notice period. Use the correct and updated form. Serve it properly. Keep proof of service, and double-check all dates before lodging with NCAT. Small mistakes can cost thousands. If you are a landlord in NSW and you want practical tenancy advice that protects your rental income, subscribe to the Practical Landlord. Oh, for more straight-to-the-point NSW landlord guidance. In the next video, I will explain what to say and what not to say at your NCAT hearing, because the wrong words in the hearing can also cost you the case.